Maya, I'm just trying to get you to love me back, okay? I am working on being more loving.
I've noticed. Is that really what's happening?
Yeah, I am. I'm working on it. I just want to hang out with you.
Well, I want to hang out with you too.
Do you actually? Hey everybody, you might have noticed that I smell better lately. Okay, maybe you haven't noticed, but my skin looks softer and I look cleaner. And it's because of the beautiful, rich lather from my Osea Undura Algae Body Wash. Get 10% off your first order using code WINE at oseamalibu.com. Check it out now. You get free shipping and free samples over $60 a purchase. That's right. Head to oseamalibu.com and use code WINE for 10% off.
Welcome to Wine About It.
I think I have a bug in my ear.
I don't think so.
I called Valkyrae today because she had a bug in her ear not that long ago. It was a centipede.
Yeah.
Ow, my ear hurts.
Does it feel like scratchy? Oh.
It's been hurting for like 4 days, but today especially kind of like feels like clogged, like bad.
Does it sound weird?
It did a few days ago, but now it stopped, which makes me think the bug died and it's in my ear.
I suppose it's a possibility.
I want to go to a professional ear cleaner.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Okay.
You could try. It would kind of scare me. An audiologist told me, one, obviously we all know now not to use Q-tips, but also not to use those, like, I use like the metal ones. The
the like scoopy ones?
Yeah. And he said that they said it's really dangerous. So.
Well, I feel like I know you're not supposed to use Q-tips, but I still have to sometimes.
Yeah.
But I try to do it in like an outward motion. Like a come hither
the wax
motion.
In there.
I know, but I have to get stuff out sometimes.
I don't know, man.
What are you supposed to do? Never get anything out? Because sometimes you've gotta.
I don't know. Actually. I actually don't know. I should ask them.
Do we have any ear doctors that watch us? Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, we're too dumb. Speaking of which, I'm on a quest to get smarter, by the way. I'm sick of being stupid.
Okay.
I started listening to some podcasts where they talk about smart things, and I was like, dang, I can't keep up with some of these conversations, and it's because I'm stupid. And so I need to learn more, and I need to read more, and I need to watch more, and I need to become more eloquent.
Should we read all of Hemingway's books ever?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's a good use of our time. But just you wait, guys. 2025, you're gonna be like, wow, Maya's really smart.
Just start listening to NPR.
I do listen to NPR.
Oh, the smartest I ever felt was I'd listen to NPR every day.
Did you hear about NASA and SpaceX? This is launch.
Yeah, and they caught it.
Hooray! Wait, what?
They caught the thing. They caught the booster. It fell back down and they caught it.
Hooray!
I think.
I missed that. I don't know.
What are you talking about then?
I don't know. The NASA and SpaceX launched today. They went to freaking Europe.
News update of the week.
SpaceX goes to Europe.
Wait, what? What do you mean they went to Europe? I thought they go to space. I thought that's their whole thing. We're talking about two different things.
Europa. It's one of Jupiter's moons. It's called Europa.
Oh, I was like, I don't care if they went to Europe. United goes to Europe.
Yeah, no. They sent a little guy to one of Jupiter's moons that has a bunch of water on it to see if it's habitable. And it'll get there in 5 years.
Are they gonna bring it? Oof.
It takes a long time, dude. Jupiter's far away. It's really far.
Are there people on it?
I don't think so. No.
5 years.
Confirm, producer. Were there people on that thing?
Are they gonna bring stuff back? Like some water?
They're sending data back. Well, so they can send data back to Earth once they're there, so they can save. There's no people on it, thank God. They would die so hard.
Oh, okay.
They're sending data back once they get there instead of bringing it back physically, because then it'd be another freaking 5 years, you know?
I feel like they should bring at least a scoop back.
At least a scoopy.
Yeah, they should have.
They could put it in the museum.
A scooping mechanism to scoop some.
I think we should have like a space expert on the pod, and we can learn about Space.
Do you know one?
No.
My ex-boyfriend. Let's call him.
Oh, okay.
Hello, how are you? How's space doing?
He's in space.
He's like, oh, I'm actually going to Europa. Like, oh.
Europa! Oh, Opa! Congratulations.
Oh, good news, everybody. Maya's in town next week. This week.
This week. I come this weekend, and then I'm there halfway through the following week.
This bitch. What?
Okay. I was going to leave on Wednesday, and then I was like, you know what? 6 days is a lot, and that's stressing me out. So I'm just going to leave on Tuesday. 6 days is a lot to be away from home. You know that.
It is not that. You're counting
Yes,
wrong, number one.
No, I'm not.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You leave Wednesday.
Yes, but that's a whole day.
Mm-mm.
I can't work Wednesday is what I'm saying. There's
I can't
6
work.
days.
I can't work.
Okay.
Are you going hungry? What's going on?
Was
Take
like,
a day off with your friend.
I'm taking 6.
You're not taking 6. We're working for most of the days. We're only taking 1 day off.
I was like, 6 days is a lot. That stressed me out. So I was like, I'll just leave on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. And so I changed the flight, right? And then I told Cutie, I was like, hey, I'm going to leave Tuesday instead. And then Cutie's like, no.
I said no.
She's like, no. She's sending me crying dog gifts. She's like, no, don't do it. Change it back.
So mean.
So then I go change it back. And it's the stupid thing about, and I am changing it back. But the stupid thing about changing it back is like, I changed it to Tuesday last night. And then I'm just changing it back to the flight I originally had within less than 24 hours. And it's just costing an extra $150.
Yeah, so please subscribe to the Patreon.
For no reason. So go subscribe to the Patreon. Yeah, so I'll be there. Cutie and I are going to film Wine About It. We're going to hang out. We're going to stream, which I don't know what we're going to stream. And then
lots of things.
I'm going to stream with Hassan one time.
You can stream with Hassan multiple times if you want.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Well, I just got us hair appointments.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. Pause.
Drama.
Weigh in, viewers, because I have not committed. Here's what my hair looks like now. I know you can't really see it because my lighting's really doggy do.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's like
I know, dude.
You're going to Europa. You're in the plane.
There. Better.
Okay.
We're going to change it soon. Okay? The rebrand is coming.
They don't believe us anymore.
No, that's fine. Things take time. Good things take time. I hate my hair right now. I hate that in the light you can see that it was red before. I just like, it's really dark. I don't like the color. Should I do this?
Yeah. It's low-key kind of my hair.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh my God, cute.
Because I want to, wait, oh my God, you're right. I want to do the money pieces in the front and then have the roots really dark.
On the bright side, I think I'm getting rid of my money pieces so we won't match.
What are you doing?
Well, I can't actually dye it dark because my hair is too fried. If I ever go back blonde, it'll get burned. But I think we're going to do just like a semi-permanent or a really dark toner. And I'm just going to go light brown.
Wow, that's exciting.
I'm just going to match my roots, essentially.
Okay, so, wow. Oh my God. Okay, so we're going to swapsies.
Swapsies.
Wait, that's exciting.
But mine will fade really quickly and the blonde will come back in just a weird tone.
Oh.
Because I'm not doing a permanent or a semi-permanent dye. We're just going to do a toner.
Well, that's the other problem. I have permanent in my hair right now.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. She's great. She's so talented.
Okay. Well, weigh in and tell me if I should do that or if I should just trim it. Because I don't know. I'm probably going to do it. Unless overwhelmingly everyone's like, you would look so ugly. I would hate you forever and I would unsub.
You could just dye it back.
Yeah, that's true.
Going darker is always easy. Going lighter is a problem. That's why I can't commit to going darker because then I'll want to go lighter. And I have commitment issues. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I got them from my mama. So no way to get rid of them, I suppose.
Okay. Well, this is the first time in what? 4 weeks or 3? 4.
3, drama.
3. 4.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We had the live ep, and then we
Uh-huh.
had 2 guests, and then we had one of us. That's
No.
4. What do you mean, no?
You're counting Patreon.
No.
Go to our YouTube channel and look at it.
Do we not film?
Ooh, I'm gonna bet you $5. Whine about it. Yeah, you're so dumb. Yeah.
We did
We did the live episode. We did just you and I, TwitchCon recap, and then we had guests on. That's 3.
Okay. It's the first time in 3
You owe me
weeks.
$5. Maya loves gambling.
No, please. It's the first time in 3 weeks that we've filmed like this.
I know. How do I do it?
Huh?
I don't
How do you
remember
film?
how. Yeah.
I know. I have no idea what to talk about. And it's been so long. Last time we recorded online was September 17th. That is crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay. Well, what's been going on?
I hate that exciting news is Girly Pop Nation is expanding. We've got Pokimane started a podcast and Valkyrae started a podcast. Bingo Bongo.
Wait, what is Valky's podcast? I saw Valky's. What is Ray's podcast? I saw a clip on Twitter, that's all.
It's Press Escape. But it's really exciting because now there's 3 podcasts with 2 girl duos. So eventually
Press Escape is a cute name.
we'll be able to start a fight club.
Ooh.
Awesome.
IRL.
Yeah.
Wait, who is Ray's co-host?
Her name is Alitha, and she is the one that all that self-defense stuff I send you, the really cute stuff. She's the designer and maker of that.
Does she stream at YouTube?
Nope.
How do they know
Nope.
each other? They're just friends?
She's big on Twitter and she's big on Insta, and she's just gorgeous out of this world.
Huh.
And she's very sweet.
So there's Ray and, sorry, what's her name?
Ray and Alitha.
Ray and Allie, and then
Lily and
Pokey and
Pokey.
Lily,
Yeah.
and then me and you.
Yeah.
Do you think that makes us are we old?
I think we should be swingers. I think we should do a swinger week where we all tradesies in circles.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, fun.
I would love to be a
Oh, well,
swinger.
wait. They need to get more in their flow. You know, we're like the veterans.
I think that Emily and Fan should start a podcast.
I've said that. Emily and Fan, and they should bring on Arthur. If you guys didn't see last week's episodes, you should.
Oh, yeah, they were crazy. We really talked about a lot.
We did get age restricted.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Well,
I
we
guess that's
expected
fair.
that. There, yeah, I
Yeah.
literally said it out loud. I was like, there's no way we don't get age restricted. But
Yeah, it happens. We're just open books. What can I say? I thought they were a good time.
It's such a weird thing when you take, I almost prefer when we don't take weeks off because we're more oiled. We're well-oiled machines. But since we haven't been, my brain is out of podcast brain. I do have stuff to talk about, which is thrilling and exciting things. But it's such a funny, you guys don't know how hard my job is. No, it's such a funny skill that you need to fine tune podcasting.
I feel fine right now.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm thriving.
I feel a little out of it because I also skipped 2 weeks of Fear and.
Ooh.
So I'm
I've skipped 2 weeks of World's Wildest. I haven't skipped it. We pre-recorded.
yeah.
So I haven't been podcasting either.
But this upcoming, since Maya's going to be in town, we're going to have some really fun Halloween episodes. We're going to be asking you guys on Twitter for your scary stories, your ghost stories and stuff like that. And then we're going to also be asking Halloween night crazy stories. So
We should probably go ghost hunting sometime in real life.
we could. I have that girl, but it scares me.
What girl?
Have you guys seen the trend lately of everything showers? Yes, we should be showering everything anyway, but I'm saying the type of shower where you just luxurify, you treat yourself, okay? And I have the best thing for you, and it's Osea. Osea has a brand new Undura algae body wash, and it leaves you feeling so smooth, so hydrated, and clean. It's helped me in so many ways. Look, I'm glowing, you could say. I look soft. You could look soft too. Check out Osea. That's OSEA at OseaMalibu.com. Get 10% off your first order using code WINE at OseaMalibu.com. Check it out now. You get free shipping and free samples over $60 a purchase. That's right. Head to OSEAMalibu.com and use code WINE for 10% off. Head to OSEAMalibu.com and use code WINE for 10% off. Well, okay, a few years ago on stream, I used to do this thing back home called ghost tours, where you'd get on a bus and they drive you around the city or the town or whatever, and they take you to this hotel and they tell you the story about it, and it's like super fun, and you just like go sightsee, but it's like with stories about ghosts. It's sick. But I wanted to do that in LA and I wanted to stream it. Great. So Christine at the time was my assistant. I said, Christine, figure this out. And she said, okay. She found a lady that would do it under the Hollywood sign. And I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I show up with a group of friends. I've got JHB, my bestie. I've got Emma. Or wait, did Emma come? I don't know if Emma came. I think Emma came. Nikki, and Myth. And I might be forgetting somebody. And if I am, I'm so sorry. I replaced you with Emma in my head. Can you blame me? I also think Emma was there. But anyway, so we go. And the first thing we walk up to is like, she's got this table. It's set out. And she's got all these doohickeys. And I've played Phasmophobia. And I'm like, uh-oh, I recognize these doohickeys. Like a spirit box. Yeah. And a Ouija board. And little sticks and lights and all these things. And I'm like, oh, I thought we were going on a ghost tour where you're going to tell us scary stories and we were going to walk around and hear the scary stories of people that have killed themselves on the Hollywood sign, because there's quite a few people.
How do you kill yourself on the Hollywood sign? Is it that big?
You jump off of it.
You can climb up it?
You're not supposed to. It's big.
Huh. I guess it's got to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so the first thing, this was the weirdest thing, is this woman, her name was Linda. Linda didn't know any of us because Christine booked it. She didn't know who was coming. And if anything, Christine would always refer to me as Blair, because she didn't want people to like find my YouTube channel and then be all weird and like, you know. And so she'd always be like, oh, it's just like, blah, Blair, blah, are you okay if we vlog it? Da, 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 you know, like, and she was fine and obviously set it all up. She did not know who was coming. Christine didn't even know who was coming. Like I brought people and everybody introduces themselves. And
she goes, did somebody's little brother eat a Lego when they were 6?
No, she didn't do that.
I'm feeling a young presence. And he's choking.
No.
Oh.
She didn't do that. So everyone introduced themselves. Nikki is like, Nikki. JHB's like, my name's Jonathan.
JHB.
Yeah. But and Myth introduced himself as Ali. Okay. So the word myth has never been said, for the record. I just need everyone to know. And so she has this electric Ouija board. That she's like,
electric is crazy.
I know. It was like, I don't know. It wasn't a spirit box. It was like electric. Like it just was this box that would randomly type stuff out. Like it would type out words. I know. Weird.
Okay, bot.
I know. Crazy. So she turns it on and she's like, before we start, let's just see like how the spirits, how active they are tonight, blah, blah. She turns it on. I'm like, great. Like, I do not want to be a part of this. Like, this is, yeah. Like I came here for stories. I don't want to touch this stuff. I think it's bad juju. Maybe that's a Mormon in me. I don't know. She turns it on and it instantly spells out myth.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's weird. Were you streaming?
Yeah.
Was everyone just scared?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everyone was like, whoa, because like the spirit started like being crazy and was like typing gibberish. And then so she was like, oh, there are spirits here tonight. Who are you? Like, I think she said like, who are you here for? And it said myth. So, but for the record,
Either
that was the weirdest part of all of it, because then it just
if
got
it
like funky.
oh. If it was one of Myth's loved ones, certainly they would say Ollie.
No, they're a big
So
fan of his
some
Fortnite.
Fortnite fan died
Yeah.
and was like, I'm here for twitch.tv/myth.
Yeah, I guess so.
Give me the Fortnite gamer.
It was bizarre. But then so we start walking back and she has these little like trigger lights that they like set up, and if something walks by it, it goes you know, like alarms or whatever. Like if a spirit plays with it.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
goofy as hell.
Those were a little kooky to me. But the spirit box was interesting because it would essentially flip through radio stations and be like, it would just, you'd hear words, like it would shout out words, right? And this is what's the weirdest part is eventually she was like talking to the ghost, and there's like, who are you here for? And it said like girl. And we were like, what? Like blah, blah. And then at some point I forget how, but it pointed out that it was there for Nikki, who's from Germany, and very German. And then all of a sudden the spirit box, I shit you not, starts being anti-Semitic. Like it stopped, like it's, yes.
Like what did it okay, well I guess you can't repeat that.
I cannot repeat, but it was like bizarre. Like it was like saying some Nazi shit. And we were like, what the fuck? And it was so crazy. It was so crazy. And then so the ghost lady was like asking that spirit to leave. It was weird.
Here's my problem. My problem with doing something like that, and this is, people have asked me to do like the medium stuff for animals and whatever, you know, where it's like, your dog thinks this because his mother died. Like, and I want to do that because I'm interested to, like, because I think it's entertaining, but I can't do that to the person hosting. You know what I mean? And it's the same with this lady, is I don't believe in anything, and I'm such a skeptic, and I'm just not open at all. And I just feel like it's mean to like, use her services and just be like, yeah, okay, like there's some goofy shit, whatever, lady. You know, that just feels mean. I want to do it because I think it's entertaining, but I would feel bad.
But I
guess they're also used to that, right?
They are definitely used to that. Like there were points where like I kind of like was rolling my eyes because at the end, this is like, okay, I will say It Saying Myth was weird. The Nazi ghost was bizarro because it was like specifically saying it was from Nikki's life, and Nikki's from Germany and she's got lots of family, and she's like, I don't freaking know. It could be years ago. I could have someone on the wrong side of the war, you know, like I don't like Nikki was like, I have no clue. Like, I don't know my family history, like blah, blah, blah. But the weirdest thing was at the end, she was like, oh, there's a little boy spirit here. Like, let's get in a circle and release him and send him back to the, like, tell him where to go, follow the light or whatever. And we're like, okay. So that part was weird. Like, oh, we happened to find a little boy that she said was murdered, by the way. She was like, oh, he got murdered. We stumbled across a murder scene. Let's release this little boy that was murdered. And we're like, all right. So we stand in a circle and like she says stuff like, follow the light, little child, good luck out there type thing. And we're like, okay. And she's like, done. And I was like, all right.
I would giggle.
It was
which would be so inappropriate.
It was interesting. Yeah, it would be inappropriate there. But there was also this guy that like worked at a deli that showed up, and she's like, oh, that's Tom. He always shows up. She's like, Tom, we're busy. We're talking to other people. And I was like, okay. I will say I was a little uneasy for a few days afterwards because she was like, sometimes spirits can follow you home. And I was like, eh. So that made me a little uneasy.
Two things that I think would make my life miserable, and I'm so grateful, are not a part of my life. One is believing in spirits and ghosts, because how scary. If you really think that that's possible and a door closes, like, and you're alone in the house, what a scary thought to like think that there's a ghost. I am so glad I don't have that in me. And then number two is being afraid of bugs, because they're also everywhere.
Yeah, they might be in my
ear.
You have
both.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
That sucks, dude.
I don't know. I think I can convince myself to be afraid of anything is the thing, but I don't know if I necessarily like believe in it.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah. I'm a pretty close-minded gal.
My first thought, like if I was home alone and like I'm upstairs and a door bangs downstairs, my first thought is it's a human.
Right. Yeah.
And that
Same.
is scariest. And then like say I
Right.
go downstairs and investigate and there's no human, then I'm like, okay, maybe the AC turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Is my second thought. The only I will to this day in my life, the only like biggest paranormal thing I've ever experienced is that time you and I were in Vegas. I will never
I
get
don't think that
over
was
that.
paranormal.
I know, but what was it? Like I will never get over that experience because it was so weird. Like that
I
shit
think
me up. Like I still think about it. It was so weird.
I think it's just pressure.
Dude, all I know is people were walking past me, not noticing it, and I felt like the world was all of a sudden on an axis.
Yeah, no, me too.
I
We should
know.
re-explain. We should re-explain.
Okay,
I don't remember exactly what happened. I just know we were in different parts of the same hotel.
We went downstairs. You wanted to go to the gift shop to get some like cough drops or something.
Okay.
So you're at the gift shop. I'm at the elevator waiting for you.
You're right. I wasn't even at an elevator. I was in the gift shop.
Mm-hmm. I was near the elevator. I was waiting. Yeah. I was waiting by the elevator. And then all of a sudden, it almost felt like an earthquake or something. But all of a sudden, like the world like felt like it tilted. Like I thought I was
in the gift shop. The thing I was thinking about most in the gift shop is, and this is sad, but the thing I was thinking about most in the gift shop was how embarrassing it was going to be if I had to sit down or if I passed out in front of this one, because it was only me and this cashier in the gift shop. And I was like, I'm going to have to sit because like I'm blacking out. Yeah. Like I feel, or like my vision is like going black. I'm like, my knees are super weak. I feel like I'm going to fall over. And I was like, no way I'm going to fall over in this gift shop alone. Like how embarrassing. And then it just kind of passed. Yeah. And then I bought whatever, and then I went to Cutie, and I was like, dude, weirdest thing happened in the gift shop. Like, I just felt so, and she was like, no, what? She freaked out. But also, wasn't there like, didn't Synac have something like that too?
I don't remember. All I know is people were walking past me just fine, getting on the elevator, and I was like I was looking to brace myself. Like, I thought I was going like down.
It felt like I was on a ship, like a super like,
it was so crazy. It just made it was the weirdest feeling I've ever had in my life. And then Maya comes and articulates that to me, and I'm like, I feel seen, and I also feel like, what the fuck just happened? And then I spent the whole night searching if there was like any earthquake reports in Vegas. There were none. Like looking up everything. It was so weird. We either got abducted by aliens and placed back down, or like I don't know what happened.
Maybe that is what happened. Or maybe it was just a glitch in the Matrix.
It was so weird, dude. That is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
Well, if you were to think that that was a paranormal experience, it would be that there was something that was like attached to you and me. And is that even a thing that happens?
Maybe it was my mom just pulling a little prank.
Maybe she was just like, you girls having fun?
Yeah.
You want to have some more?
I want you guys to trauma bond some more. Dude, I don't know. Even if it was paranormal, I have no clue. I just don't know what it is. And it's the only time that I haven't ever figured out a solution.
I remember at the time saying that it was like some weird pressure thing with the elevator, but that's strange because
you weren't in the elevator.
Else was like, I was not in the elevator, and no one else knew the elevator was experiencing.
We had just gotten down from the elevator, but we weren't even on a high floor, remember? Because I'm afraid of heights, so they put us on floor 5.
Yeah.
Because we were with rest in peace, Nick and Melena on floor 5, and everyone else was on like floor 20.
Maybe it was the gas that they inject into Vegas hotels and casinos to get you to gamble. Everybody else was fine. But you and I just have a really averse reaction to it because we're weak.
I don't know,
and
but
nobody
it freaks me out to this day.
I feel fine about it.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Anyway, we're fine, guys. Don't worry. Maybe we'll hear some crazy ghost stories and it'll make me believe in ghosts. Our producer just said, can we talk about the flat earth next? I think our producer's a skeptic.
Dude, Nico, It happened. It just did.
It did.
It's
Wait, that's actually crazy. Do you not believe? Now we're just talking to our producer. Do you not believe that that happened? Because I
it
swear to you, it
happened.
did.
And
I
we
just
texted everybody at the event. We're like, did anyone else feel that? Everyone was like, no. Besides, I think maybe Sinak.
I think there was something with Sinak. I could have sworn he said something like, I don't know.
I don't know. But it was weird. It was weird. I will say this was an interesting thing. So I don't have very many ghost stories, and I realize, we have a ghost story episode coming up and whatever. But I have like 2. I also, okay. I have like 3, which I won't tell all of them now, but one of them is less of a ghost story. One of them's like a weird one. Anyway, one time, this was just kind of weird because I remember, I was in the bakery one time working with some people, and we were telling ghost stories because we're just chatting, and you have the 12-hour shift, and it was really early in the morning. I think it was like a 4 a.m. shift, and we're sitting there talking, and he's like, "Do you have any ghost stories?" And I was like, I have 2. One of them I always chalked up to being half asleep, but it was my first experience ever like being like, "What the hell?" I was a kid, and it was the first time I ever had sleep paralysis.
I've never had that. It sounds awful.
Oh, it is awful. I have it all the time, but this is the most interesting thing about sleep paralysis that I've never really figured out is there are reoccurring characters that are universal.
Ew.
Yeah. Like a lot
I
of
don't like
people,
that.
I've never had this, but a lot of people talk about the Hat Man.
It's just a dude with a hat. I mean, there's a lot of like creepy characters depicted with hats.
I know,
so
but
it could just be like a
it's like
media thing.
It's like everyone has the same description without like just being like, yeah, I had this nightmare and like there's also this lady, I forget, I don't know, because lucky for me, I don't really see
People.
I've never, yeah, luckily,
Yeah.
like, and I genuinely do feel really lucky for that because that would fuck me up. My sleep
Yeah.
paralysis is usually I'm getting swatted. So
that sucks.
yeah.
I have this is so minor compared to what you just said. The only weird thing I have with sleep is I'm playing basketball in an indoor basketball court and I fall and I hit the floor and my whole body like convulses. Do you have those?
Oh yeah, where you like, yeah.
But it's always a basketball court and I'm always just falling on my face.
Weird.
On it. Yeah.
Mine is falling out of a tree for some reason. I always fall out of a tree.
That's worse.
Yeah. But my sleep paralysis, I hold my breath.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. And I'm awake, but I'm stuck in my body and I cannot breathe.
Yeah, that blows.
It's terrifying. And then it's evolved into like getting swatted to the point one time I remember Nick and Melena and Soda were staying at our house. It was during like the freeze in Austin. So they're at our house in LA and Lud's in Japan. And Nick is streaming in my stream setup and I could hear it from my bedroom. And I fell asleep and I could hear Nick streaming. And I heard the SWAT team outside. And I was like, oh my God, I need to go get Nick and save him because he's right by the window. And if you guys don't know this, when the SWAT team comes up, they start pointing guns and lasers at you through the window. And so I was really nervous for him because my old stream room used to be that front window. And so I was sitting there in my sleep paralysis, like, please go get Nick. But I'm holding my breath and I'm just seeing Nick get shot at. And then they come in my room and they bust the door open and they start shooting at me. And then I wake up. And I think it's real. Like I wake up in panic, like ducking and like hiding and like screaming. Yeah.
That's all. I don't think you've ever told me about that one. That is really bad. That is like PTSD, like you need trauma therapy.
Well,
a lot of it bad.
I did go for a while.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so that's what my sleep paralysis has turned into. But it used to just be holding my breath and sitting there thinking I was going to die. Like wanting to scream for help, but you can't because you're holding your breath. But when I was a kid, it was the first time I had sleep paralysis. And for some reason, I was with Tim Allen from Home Improvement. And then this guy with a beard and a plaid shirt. And I distinctly remember this. And we were in this underground water city and the glass in the city broke and it started filling up with water and I was drowning. And so I was holding my breath, but I was also like awake, but I was stuck in my body. It was my first sleep paralysis. I had to have been like 7 or 8. And I finally get out of it and I shoot up in my bed, and sitting at the end of my bed is that guy in the plaid shirt.
Ew.
But I remember like
Mhm.
rubbing my eyes and he was gone. And so me thinking that was just a weird dream.
Yeah, I don't like
But
that.
this is where the story gets weird. So that happened to me when I was 8. That's the only time that ever happened. So I'm in the bakery, freaking 8 years ago, not that long ago, talking to grown ass adults about this. And I'm talking to this guy. His name is Rich. I'm talking to Rich and I'm like, yeah, like, no, we were talking about sleep paralysis that we were talking about. And I told them that story. And he goes, "You're kidding me. I see the plaid shirt guy in my sleep paralysis." And I said, "What?" And I go, "Okay. What color of plaid?" He's like, "Red." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "Does he have a beard?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, he like describes him to a T. And I'm like, weird.
Maybe you both use brawny paper towels.
It's not that guy. It's a different guy. Weird though, huh?
Yeah, that is weird.
But that's the only time I've seen like a person in like my sleep paralysis. Thank God.
Yeah, I don't
Besides
want to have
swatting,
that.
but like I haven't seen like yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so weird though. I will say, because I have sleep paralysis, the only stories that really do scare me is my cousin. He has sleep paralysis and he was telling me it's always this guy with like 6 arms.
That's too many.
And he's almost like a Slenderman-esque guy, and he stands in the corner and he like gets closer and closer and closer.
Mhm.
And he was telling me that story when we were on the farm this summer. And he's like, "I hate talking about it because whenever I talk about it, it happens."
Well, yeah, that makes
Because,
sense.
yeah, it's in the forefront of your conscience. But it is
Yeah.
like a scary thing. So those are the only times where I get really scary. Like, I remember one time I went down a rabbit hole and I was Googling, like, because I remember someone at Old Navy, when I worked at Old Navy, was talking about seeing the Hat Man in their sleep paralysis. And then fast forward, my boyfriend's mom was talking about how sometimes she has sleep paralysis and she hates it because she always sees this Hat Man. And I was like, what? And then I Googled it, like the phenomenon of the Hat Man in particular. And I was like getting really freaked out because it's just such a bizarre universal thing.
Hat Man.
So I
Sleep
get scared.
paralysis.
I get scared to read about it because I don't want it to show up in my sleep paralysis. But you can do it because you don't have sleep paralysis.
Reddit thread. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Who is the Hat Man? A nightmare shared by dreamers around the world.
Weird.
You may not have heard of the Hat Man, but there's a chance he found his way into your dreams once or twice. A spooky, shadowy figure, often described wearing a dark coat and a hat. Reported to appear in bedrooms when people are falling asleep or first waking up. Has officially become sleep paralysis lore and has been recorded being seen in that not awake, not asleep state around the world. And then there's like some pictures of people drawing him like a really long time ago. I think just like shadowy men with like coats and hats is just like a depiction of like a scary person in media.
Yeah,
and I
maybe.
think that's probably a global experience.
You know, one of my favorite quotes in the entire world
What?
is from Hook, when Julia Roberts plays Tink, and she says, "You know that place between dreaming and awake? That's where I'll always love you, Peter Pan." And I just think that's beautiful.
I don't get it.
Okay. It's like
Like,
it is something that happens every day, no matter what, when you lay your head on the pillow and you're awake, but you slowly fall into dreaming. And that place of safety is where she'll always love you. Like she'll always, no matter
but not
what.
like isn't that a weird, small, tiny amount of time to select to love him? Why
Because
don't you
he's
just say all the
falling in
time?
love with Wendy. And so she's just saying that she's always loved him and she'll always love him.
Tinkerbell is in love with him?
Yes.
Tinkerbell is in love with Peter Pan?
In Hook, in Hook, she's in love with him.
Isn't he a child? Isn't she an adult?
She's a fairy.
She's an adult fairy.
Okay, you're ruining it.
And he's a kid.
He's Robin Williams. He's a grown-ass man.
What?
In
What are you
Hook.
talking about?
Okay, we're gonna watch Hook.
What is
together.
Hook?
It's a
Robin
Peter.
Williams is he's a voice actor?
No, I'm sending you a picture. Huh. Robin Williams.
Wait, so there's a love triangle.
Yes.
But not in actual Peter Pan? Not in the movie?
Not in the movie. Well, in Hook, yeah.
Oh, this looks familiar, actually. I recognize that pirate.
Yeah, there you go. It's really
That's
good.
Tinkerbell?
Julia
Is that
Roberts,
Julia
yeah.
Roberts?
Yes. Did you not listen to a thing I just said?
No.
Okay, well, that feels bad.
I didn't hear you say Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts is Tinkerbell. And she says that, you know,
Wait.
that place between dreaming and awake? That's where I'll always love you, Peter Pan.
Yeah, and what if some bitch said that to Ludwig?
Then she's always in love with him, and I hope she can listen to the songs that I write and feel some solace.
That's very girl of you. Okay, that's nice. Sorry. That's nice. They have their own special place.
Okay, the full quote,
night.
is, you know, that place between sleep and awake, that place where you still remember dreaming, that's where I'll always love you. That's where I'll be waiting.
In your sleep is what she's saying.
You know what? You should try romanticizing life sometime. Woman.
You're probably right about that.
I have a, you know what? No, whatever. I have a whole song I want to write about that one quote, that one feeling.
Aw. That's
yeah,
cute.
f- you, Maya.
I just said, that's nice.
I have the words. I actually started it. It's right here.
You want to read them? You want to sing them and leak it?
I don't. I've actually set this aside because I want to wait till you're in town because I think you could help me write the chorus because I've been struggling with it.
Ooh. And then we can do it together. We can duet.
I was thinking that actually, but my brain has been in lyric mode. These are all lyrics.
Wow. We can duet because we love each other in our sleep.
Maya, I'm just trying to get you to love me back, okay? I am working on being more loving. Have you not noticed?
I've noticed. Is that really what's happening?
Yeah, I am. I'm working on it. Because I'm so cynical and sad. And maybe if I just loved more, I would feel love more.
Can I be honest?
Uh-oh. What?
I have been in the past 24 hours a little bit confused because you've been so like eager and like happy and enthusiastic and like nice and like want to like whatever. And
I want to
like,
hang out with you.
Crack.
No.
I was like, but that's like an intentional thing that you're doing?
Yes. I'm not trying to be like, I just listen, this is going to sound gay. I'm just kidding. Okay. You don't listen, Maya.
I do actually all the time, every week.
That's what I'm saying.
You.
I think you don't like talking about feelings, right? You don't.
We talk about feelings every single day, just not our feelings for each other.
Exactly. And you know, we don't hug, we don't whatever. I'm not saying we need to change that. I'm not really a hugger still. I don't think, like, it's not my go-to. I don't love hugging people. I'm working on it because I think it's a nice thing. I think most people are nice and they like hugging, but I
hug people I don't know very well.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care to hug you. I don't care to be like, Maya, I love you. I don't care to do that. But if you are coming here on a trip that I am looking forward to, like, I hope it's not crazy to say, I am looking forward to hanging out with my one friend. Exactly.
I'm kidding.
Like, listen, I don't have many friends, let alone friends that I can talk to on a level that I can talk to you. And I only see you very rarely. And you're shortening that trip by a day. I am going to beg you to stay an extra day.
It just got, by the way, my assistant just texted me. It's changed.
Okay. But I'm saying, like, I know that I'm coming off a little more like, Maya, I want to spend time with you. But it's because I figured out that you need to say those things out loud. Instead of just being nice. Like in my brain saying, dang it, I wish Maya would stay an extra day. Instead, I said them to you. But now you're like, oh, you're obsessed with me.
No, I don't think that you're obsessed with me. I just noticed a difference. And I was wondering if it was like an intentional, like this is what you were doing. Yeah, but it's really nice.
I don't trust
I'm not
you.
being sarcastic. No, it actually is nice.
Okay. I'm just lonely, okay?
I've ruined it.
I'm just so
I
lonely.
should
I
just
just
not
want to hang
come.
out with you. I just want to hang out with you.
Guys,
like
go ahead
hanging
and
out
say in the
with you.
comments how mean I've been. This has been really mean. Maya, what the heck is wrong with you? She was just trying to be nice. Why would you make her feel self-conscious about it?
I just want to hang out with you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it is really nice. I don't think that it's weird, and I don't think that you're obsessed with me.
Well, I've been really trying to not rekindle, but like recheck in on like people I don't talk to anymore. Like from back home. Like I've been trying, like this girl that I used to hang out with, like I made her wedding cake. So like we were friends. She like posted recently that she was sad because has to go back to work because of maternity leave. And normally I would just see that and not do anything, but I'm like, okay, like this is why I've lost a lot of relationships is I don't maintain them even to a base level capacity. And so like I saw that and I messaged her and I was like, are you okay? Like blah, blah, what's your address? Let me send you some stuff. Like, and I just sent her
That's
like
nice.
a box of like candles and bath salts and whatever, because it's just like, I don't have enough real humans in my life because admittedly, let me break the fourth wall. Most of the people we associate with are just coworkers. And so it's hard. And I think I've lost a sense of myself over the past 5 years. And I'm trying to get that back in a way of talking to people that only know me as Blair, that don't know me as Cutie Cinderella. Like, I think you know me as both, but you're one of the very few. And a lot of people will never be able to know me as both. And so I've been trying to just trying to be more grounded and trying to be more grateful and trying to spend more time with people that I like.
That's very nice.
Sue
And
me.
is really important. I just saw an interview with Billie Eilish. I don't know from when, but she was talking about how when she became famous, she lost all of her friends. And she was like, on my 20th birthday, I was at my birthday party and I looked around the room and they were all people that I employ. And she was like, and then one day, one of my best friends quit. And then we never talked again. And it was this huge, like, source of this abandonment problem that she has. She was like, oh, these aren't my friends anymore. Like, they're doing a job. And she quit. And she left. Mm-hmm. And so she talked about rekindling old friendships and making new friends. And then she made new friends. And then she was at Coachella one year and she was surrounded by all her friends. And then she started crying. And they were like, what the heck is wrong with you? And she was like, I just haven't had friends in such a long time. And now she's better. And she was like, friendships are the best thing in life.
Yeah. And I think I've lost the ability on knowing how to make friendships. So I'm trying to do that.
It's so hard as an adult, dude. Outside of institutions, making friends is so hard. Like, it's so easy. It felt hard in college, but looking back, so freaking easy to have a class with someone and be like, oh, this is blank from geometry. You don't take geometry in college.
Yeah.
This is blank from English. Like, we're friends because we're in the same class. And sometimes you hold on to those friends, and that's awesome. But outside of institutions, oh my God, it's so hard.
The problem is like I didn't even talk about this. This is kind of tea. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I've talked about the girl that was my best friend for like since junior high, right? And my mom died, blah, 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 and all that shit. So to bring podcast up to speed, maybe you're a new listener, because I probably told this story like 2 years ago. I had a friend that I was really, really good friends with. We met in junior high. She was like my best friend. We'd known each other for like 13 years. And like, but we were like definitely like frenemies because it was a group of 3 of us. We'll call them Sarah and Samantha. And sometimes Sarah and Samantha would be best friends and I'd be shunned, or sometimes me and Samantha would be best friends and Sarah would be shunned and blah, 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 blah. You know, it was a bad situation. Plus I like went into it kind of getting made fun of by one of them a lot.
The duo in the trio, a classic.
Yeah. And then they like this other girl moved to our school and then they like totally cut me out and started hanging out with her because I was like Mormon. And so they wouldn't invite me to parties because they don't want to feel judged by me and like that whole thing. So that was really fun. And they wouldn't like tell me stories anymore as we got into high school because they didn't want me to freak out because they did something that like I didn't agree with because I was Mormon or whatever. Which is crazy because I never like judged them. But they probably just thought I did. Anyway, fast forward, they go off to college in a different state. eventually come home, and Sarah's still in the other state, and Samantha and I start hanging out all the time again, and it's like so nice. I have my best friend and blah, blah, blah. We go on walks like every Tuesday and Thursday for like after work and like just catch up and all this stuff. And then my mom dies, and after my dad, she was the first person I called. And I'm like, my mom is dying, like I don't know what to do, like sobbing my eyes out. I'm in the intensive care unit, and she's like, oh, I gotta go, I'm hopping on a plane. And I'm like, where? And she's like, oh, I'm going to DC to visit my grandma. And I'm like, my mom is dying. Like, not to make this about me, but if roles were reversed, I would clear the schedule. I would see grandma next weekend. Like, my mom is dead. Like, I've known you for 15 years. My mom is dead. And she was like, gotta go. And she like missed the funeral. And it was just beyond hurtful. Like, it was just awful. And I stayed her friend, and we had a conversation where like I addressed it, and I told her how much it upset me. And she was like, yeah, well, I didn't know how much longer my grandma was going to live. Her grandma was like still alive. And I was like, okay, like you could have moved a week. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally, like, I don't know. And so she tried to like, whatever. It was just, I don't know if I was ever going to be able to forgive her for it fully. But then like Sarah moves back in town, and all of a sudden Samantha stops talking to me, and I'm like, not this again. I'm like hitting Samantha up being like, did I do something wrong? Like, what's going on? Like, do you want to get dinner? Do you want to do something? Like anything, blah, blah. And then finally in a group chat with Sarah and Samantha, they're like, let's get dinner this week. I'm like, okay. We go to dinner, and the whole time the two of them are talking about, oh yeah, we went to Steve's Christmas party. It was crazy. We went and did this. It was crazy. And I'm just like, it is high school all over again. Like I can't do this. Like I literally can't do this. These people, like this is just so, I can't do it. And so I remember I left the dinner, and I had a new house, and I really wanted to show them it because it was like, you know, big deal. And so they're like, okay, we'll go see it. And I thought we were gonna like hang out afterwards. So I had like edibles at the time which were hard to come by when you're like young, you know? And I was like, oh, do you guys want some? And they're like, yeah. And then like took them home. Like they put them in their purse instead of like taking them and like chilling and watching a movie or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And so like put them in their purse, and then they like left together to go hang out more. And I was like, okay. So I went live on stream, and I said some awful stuff.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't have done. And like to this day, I really should. I was so mean, and it was so unfair for me to vent in that way, but I didn't have anyone to talk to. But still pathetic. I shouldn't have done that. But they ended up watching it and sent me a text the next day that was like, F you, and then never talked to me again. Which again, I shouldn't have done that. And I still feel bad about that. But fast forward, I randomly the other night was like, oh, I wonder what Sarah and Samantha are up to. And so I go on my Blair Instagram account, and I search for Samantha, and it says no account. And she's never been like a big social media person. So I was like, oh, maybe she just deleted it. And then I was like, wait, maybe she blocked me. And so then I go to my Cutie Cinderella account, and I search her name, and she follows Cutie Cinderella and has an account, which means she did block the Blair account. And so then I'm like, kind of having like a mind fuck. So then I go on my cake account, my QTC Cakes. I switch to that account, and I search her name. She blocked the cake account.
So, she hates your shit. She thinks it's ugly.
What? I know. So now I need to see if she follows the Wine About It account. Like, I'm so confused. Do you hate me? Do you?
Should I go? This might make you feel better. So, oh, never mind. Wait, maybe there's more. The one time that I had made this similar mistake was after Coachella.
Yeah.
Right? Is I went to Coachella with a bunch of normies. I went on stream. I was like, I went to Coachella. It was crazy. All these people were doing drugs. It was crazy. These people were doing this. It was crazy. And the normies the people I was hanging out with saw that content, freaked out. And I am the exact same way as you. I should not have done that. I'm like ashamed to have done that. You don't do that. You don't do that with normal people. You do that with streamers, sure. But normal people, no. Like that's not normal. And I was just out of touch, and honestly didn't even cross
I
my
know.
mind when I was talking about it on stream. It was just, that's how my life has been
Just you
since
telling us
2019.
a story about your experience. Yeah.
Yeah. But they freaked out and they were so mad, and I was gonna go see if they blocked me too. One of them has not, and I can't even remember the rest of their names, dude. All right, let's see.
It was just something I like thought of because listen, I know that I cannot reach out to either of them, but it also makes me really sad still.
She unfollowed me. One of them has unfollowed me. It didn't block me. Interesting.
I saw this thing. It popped up. It was so funny because I told Stream this story. And then this popped up on my Instagram Reels, which I'm trying not to watch shorts anymore, but I did. That was, weak moment. It was like, ladies, I have to tell you something. If he unfollowed you, if he still followed you, he never cared about you. If he unfollowed you, you hurt his heart. If he blocked you, he still loves you. And so I was like, oh, she still loves me.
That's such a toxic thing to put into young people's brains.
I know. I instantly saw that. I was like, oh, that is not good. And so I clicked on the comments and it's like a bunch of women being like, nah, he blocked me because I showed up at his house at midnight. Like, some women were like, he blocked me because I am Delulu. Someone were like, he blocked me because I stole his dog. They were like, it was just funny. And they're like, no, they're like, he blocked me because he knows I have a second account that I watch his life on. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, we're a little cool, kooky, crazy out here. Making friends is hard. I do think that one thing that this is a kind of a hot take, actually. I don't think time matters at all when it comes to friendship, which I think most people don't think that. Everyone's like, oh, we go way back, or oh, like we were friends in high school, so like there's something there, like it matters. It doesn't matter to me, like how long it's been. If people there are so many friends that I have from high school that just do not fit into my life anymore. Our values are so different, or like they found God in college and just became really, really religious. It doesn't make sense for me to be friends with them anymore. Like we don't live similar lives. We don't act the same. They have values that I don't agree with, and I just don't care that we go all the way back. Our lives are so different now. It just means nothing to me. Which I realize is a hot take. I think a lot of people are like,
I don't feel that way. Because
we've been friends since second grade. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. There's something there. I don't have that.
I feel weird.
Which is why I have no friends.
Like, I can't let go of like Sarah and Samantha because there's a part of me that's like, they knew me, but I don't think they ever actually cared to know me.
Yeah, maybe I have an issue. My sister's always told me that like my friendships are like seasons. She was like, you've had a lot of seasons, because she has friends from elementary school she's still friends with. She's like going to their wedding. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I guess I've had seasons too, but it is harder as an adult, so it's nice to find a common ground of like knowing something about somebody to fall back on.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
that's fair. I guess maybe I'm just bad at friends. Speaking of which, I will work on being more enthusiastic and showing my love for you and my excitement about hanging out with you, and not shaming you for being affectionate.
You don't have to change. I just want to hang out with you.
Well, I want to hang out with you too.
Do you actually?
No, I'm flying to LA because I love LA.
I want to have fun. We're going to do some fun stuff. Ludwig was being cringe. Okay, we're going to talk about it on the Patreon. I'm going to tell you why Ludwig was being cringe.
Ooh, draw. She's going to break up with him.
No.
I have to start making that joke.
I think it's funny every time though.
Okay.
All right. See you guys on the Patreon.